All right, lovely people, y'all know what time it is. Your girl is in her X feed. Yes, that's what time it is. We're just going to stroll down and see what type of stuff we got going on in the world today. This is pretty cool because, hey, we get to see what's popping. We get to see what's going on. So starting off first, we have Elon Musk. He just posted, well, this is 23 hours ago, so he didn't just post. But anywho, breaking internet stunned after attractive biological female human of healthy weight wins Miss Universe pageant. As she should. This is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happens when you vote Trump into office, okay? Now, some of the stuff, y'all, we finna stroll by because YouTube be like, and I ain't trying to get in trouble. So this is the type of stuff we gonna have to stroll on by all this. Y'all know, y'all already know. And for my day ones, y'all know how I kept getting in trouble. So, gotta keep it clean. Gotta keep it cute on here. All right. You just lied. Elon Musk destroys BBC reporter in live interview. So let's check it out, y'all. Let's see.
You're literally asking me?
Yes.
Well, no, you are the arbiter on Twitter because you own Twitter.
Yes, I'm saying who is to say that one person's misinformation is another person's information? The point at which you said that there is this is misinformation, like who is going to decide that?
You accept that misinformation can be dangerous, that it can cause real-world harms, that it can potentially cause...
Yes, and the point I'm trying to make is that the BBC itself has, at times, published things that are false. Do you agree that that has occurred?
I'm quite sure the BBC have said things before that turn out to not be true.
Correct.
In its, whatever it is, 100-year history, I'm quite sure.
Yes. Even if you aspire to be accurate, there are times when you will not be.
We've spoken to people very recently who were involved in moderation, and they just say there's not enough people to police this stuff, particularly around hate speech in the company. Is that
what hate speech are you talking about? I mean, you use Twitter,
right?
Do you see a rise in hate speech?
I mean,
but just a personal anecdote, like what do you? I don't.
Personally,
Elon made it on there.
For you, I would see I get more of that kind of content. Yeah, personally. Duh. But I'm not going to talk to the rest of for the rest of Twitter.
So you see more hate speech personally?
I would say I would see more hateful content in that.
Content you don't like or hateful? What do you mean to describe a hateful thing?
Yeah, I mean, just content that will solicit a reaction, something that may include something that is slightly racist or slightly sexist, those kinds of things.
So you think if something is slightly sexist, it should be banned?
No,
is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying anything. I'm
just curious. I'm trying to understand what you mean by hateful content, and I'm asking for specific examples. And you just said that if something is slightly sexist, that's hateful content. Does that mean that it should be banned?
Well, you've asked me whether my feed, whether it's got less or more. I'd say it's got slightly more.
That's why I'm asking for examples. Can you name one example?
Yeah, I honestly don't. Honestly, I don't.
You can't name a single example.
I'll tell you why. Because I don't actually use that for you feed anymore. Because I just don't particularly like it.
You said
a lot of people are quite similar. I only look at
hang on a second. You said you've seen more hateful content, but you can't name a single example, not even one.
I'm not sure I've used that feed for the last 3 or 4 weeks. And
then how did you see that hateful content?
Because I've been using Twitter since you've taken it over for the last 6 months.
Okay, so then you must have at some point seen for you hateful content. I'm asking for one example.
Right.
And you can't give a single one.
And I'm saying...
I say, sir, that you don't know what you're talking about.
Really?
Yes, because you can't give me a single example of hateful content, not even one tweet. And yet you claimed that the hateful content was high.
Well...
That's a false.
No, what I claimed...
You just lied.
What I claimed was...
Get him, Elon.
There are many organizations that say that kind of information is on the rise. Now, whether it has on my feed or not... I mean, right, and
literally
you can look at something like the Strategic Dialogue Institute in the UK. They will say that. So
look, people will say all sorts of nonsense. I'm literally asking for a single example, and you can't name one.
Right, and as I already said, I don't use that feed. But
then how would you know that?
I don't think this is getting anywhere.
You literally said you experienced more hateful content, and then couldn't name a single example.
Right, and as I said,
that's absurd.
I haven't actually.
Y'all, when BBC becomes Elon Musk's show, I'm trying to figure out who's interviewing who. Elon is eating him up. Just answer that question for that man. Oh my God, let's go.
actually looked at that feed.
Then how would you know this hateful content?
Because I'm saying that's what I saw a few weeks ago. I can't give you an exact example. Let's move on. We only have a certain amount of time.
Right, because you can't answer the question.
Wow. COVID misinformation.
Amazing.
You changed the COVID misinformation.
Has BBC changed its COVID misinformation?
The BBC does not set the rules on Twitter, so I'm asking you.
No, I'm talking about the BBC's misinformation about COVID.
I'm literally asking you about, you changed the labels, the COVID misinformation labels. There used to be a policy, and then it then disappeared. Why do that?
Well, COVID is no longer an issue. Does the BBC hold itself at all responsible for misinformation regarding masking and side effects of vaccinations? And not reporting on that at all? And what about the fact that the BBC was put under pressure by the British government to change its editorial policy? Are you aware of that?
This is not an interview about the BBC.
Oh, you thought it wasn't?
I see now why you've done Twitter Spaces. I am not a representative of the BBC's editorial policy. I want to make that clear.
Now, that was good. That was good. See, now that's how you throw the mic down, y'all, in case you didn't know. Elon Musk threw the mic down. He said, oh, you didn't know this was a BBC interview? Like, dog, you think you finna really interview me and I ain't finna interview you about the information that I have? Let's go, Elon Musk. This who we got, y'all. This who we got.
That's a false.
No.
This is one of them who we got. Should women go to jail? All right, Cash Patel for FBI director has my complete and total endorsement. Let's check it out. Coming from my boy Big Pete. And wow, what's up, boy?
Come out of its Intel shops. I'd break that component out of it. I'd shut down the FBI Hoover building on day one and reopening the next day as a museum of the deep state. And I'd take the 7,000 employees that work in that building and send them across America to chase down criminals. Go be cops. You're cops. Go be cops. Go chase down murderers and rapists and drug dealers and violent offenders. What do you need 7,000 people there for? Same thing with DOJ. What are all these people doing here? Looking for their next government promotion, looking for their next fancy government title, looking for their parachute out of government. So while you're bringing in the right people, you also have to shrink government.
So massive government reform.
Yeah. And you got to work with Congress to eliminate the billets. This is one of the things we did when I was deputy DNI. Got to DNI and I was like, okay, what do all these people do? We've got the CIA, so why do I have analysts doing the CIA's job here? Why do I have a floor of them? Like, give me a good answer. I don't know everything. I don't know a lot. But if you can give me an answer that satisfies their existence, I'm all in. Well, we just have our own people. Okay, well, now we don't. So we went to Congress and zeroed out a bunch of billets, and they hated us for it.
Why? Why would Congress hate you?
Not Congress, the public. Congress is like, great, you saved us money. You're the only agency that returned money this year because we didn't spend our entire budget. We were literally funding seats with no humans in them for years. And what the government creep that I was talking about is these agencies go to Congress every year. And again, this is why it's a thing of decades. I need 5 more seats here. I need 10 more seats here. Okay, you keep doing that. How's that going? Oh, we'll fill that seat next year. We're in the process of, interviewing people for that section. And that keeps, no one returns money. It's the biggest fiction in government that you can't return money. Every agency and department that I've ever worked for, when it comes to the fiscal end of the year, they're like, go on trips, go spend money. What? Just give it back to Congress. We can't do that.
Very informative. What do you guys think? Did you learn something? Because that's what it's all about. Democrats are calling for a silver war. Here we go, y'all. The meltdown is real. Let's get into it.
You asked us to mobilize. We must. I want to send a message to the Biden-Harris administration. If they see this, they see this. If other bigger creators make similar messages, that would be great. You asked us to mobilize. We mobilized. You asked us to volunteer. We volunteered in droves. You asked us to donate. We donated. Over $1 billion we donated. You asked us to fight. We fought. Now stop asking us to send more money, and the fight begins now, when you know damn well the fight is now in your hands, not ours. Stop showing us that you're going to play by the rules when you know very well that they're not playing by the rules. The rules have changed. You need to take action now. If you voluntarily turn this country over to the autocratic dictator and his clown show of an administration that he's been assembling, if you let democracy fall in this country, if you let millions of people die, and you know millions of people will die under that administration, then your legacy and the one thing you will be remembered for in history is allowing democracy to fall in the United States. The Biden-Harris administration will be known throughout history as the administration that let this country turn into an autocratic dictatorship, and you know we'll never get it back. If the options are dictatorship or civil war, we choose civil war. I choose civil war. Stop playing by the rules and do something.
Well. That stayed on fire too. So, okay, y'all, we finna keep going. Let's go. What is something good to see? Francis Bull Pittman against Biden in order to prevent World War III. Okay. It says biologically objectively attractive women are allowed to win beauty pageants again. We're so back. Look at that. And that we are. Texas for SPAC Lounge. Oh, okay. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him, y'all.
Let's take it in. I don't think we can hear anything. All right, they're walking off. President-elect Trump and Elon Musk, the CEO of SpaceX. These are live images coming your way. Let's take it in. I don't think we can hear anything.
Look at our people, y'all, that'll be joining our office in January.
All right, they're walking off. President-elect Trump
That's what's
and Elon
up,
Musk,
yo.
the CEO of SpaceX.
They gotta feel really good. Okay. About Kings? Yes, I do. Epic. Okay, y'all. Well, I thought we was gonna see some meltdowns. Okay. Let's see. Nancy, what you on?
I'm just getting started.
Hang on.
Hey everyone, I seem to blow up
At Nancy
the
Mace.
radical left last night. I filed a resolution that would ban biological men from women's private spaces on the Hill. I'm just getting started, and I've already nowhere near stopping, and the death threats that I'm receiving now aren't going to stop me either. So I've said it before and I'll say it again. Come at me, bro. Or bros in this case.
Come at me.
I'm not going to take your threats for an answer, and I'm going to fight like hell for women and girls to keep men out of women's private spaces, to include bathrooms, restrooms, locker rooms, changing rooms, you name it. You are not welcome.
Yeah, she told you today. Come at me, bro.
Hey everyone, I seem to blow up the radical.
Yep, we already discovered that. Okay, y'all. Well, looks like that's it on here. The Dodge Father. I like that. Okay, y'all. Well, let me see. 6 years for Senate, 12 years for the House. Time to clean up DC. I know that's right. All right, y'all. Well, if y'all enjoyed that, it ain't too much. I thought we was gonna really get to find a meltdown on here today. Guess we'll have to try tomorrow, y'all. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for all the love and support. Let me know y'all thoughts on what you just seen. What's y'all thoughts? Y'all let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Y'all know I love to talk to y'all. I can heart as many comments as I can and respond to many as I can. But the ones that I don't get to, just know that I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for all the support and the love. Until next time, y'all, I'm out. Be safe. Y'all remain safe.